Turn it up. Are these working? Are these working?
Yeah, they're working.
Check. Hello. Hey, can you guys hear me? We just got new microphones. It was a joke. Okay, let's get going. Okay. This meeting is being held in accordance with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. Notice of this meeting was provided in the annual notice of meetings published in the Union County Local Source and the New York Star Ledger on January 12, 2023. Said notice was posted in the municipal building as required by law. In addition, a copy of this notice has been made available to the public and is on file in the office of the Borough Clerk. All contracts awarded by Mayor and Council must comply with the affirmative action requirements of PL 1975 C-127. Fire exits are located in the directions I am indicating. If you're alerted for fire, please move in a calm, orderly manner to the nearest smoke-free exit. Proper notice having been given, the Borough Clerk is directed to include the statement in the minutes of this meeting. Andrew, please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Here.
Councilman Johnson.
Present.
Councilman Signorello.
Here.
Councilman Urbina.
Here.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Here.
Councilman Patel.
Here.
Mayor Signorello.
Here.
All present, Mayor.
Andrew, please lead us in the opening prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yep.
Eternal God, grant us thy help in all our duties and perplexities. We ask for thy guidance. Give us thy protection in our dangers and sorrows. Grant us thy peace. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. There are no communications for consideration this evening. May I have a motion to move out of order and consider resolutions 112 through 23. 112-23, 113-23, and 114-23.
So move. Second.
Is there any discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Andrew, please read resolutions 112-23, 113-23, and 114-23 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Resolution 11223 is promoting Lieutenant Keith Wintermute to the rank of Captain of the Roselle Park Police Department. Resolution 11323 is promoting Sergeant Matthew DeSano to the rank of Lieutenant of the Roselle Park Police Department. And Resolution 11423 is promoting Patrolman John Fitzgerald to the rank of Sergeant of the Roselle Park Police Department.
May I have a motion to adopt resolutions number 112, 113, and 114, 23? Is
So move. Second.
there any discussion? If you guys want to say something nice about the gentlemen we're promoting, could do so now. I'll say something nice. They're all really, really great folks that we're very excited to promote tonight. Andrew, please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Urbina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The resolutions are adopted.
It's year 5 of Mayor Signorello, and Andrew's getting better at just baby stepping me through this. I've got a little pin where I need to stand on now, so that's how good we've gotten. Okay, so first, I'd like to invite up Keith. Where you at? You want to have up your family? So I'm going to stand here. You're going to stand over here. Would you like to, who do you have holding the Bible? Okay. So repeat after me. I, Keith Wintermute,
I, Keith Wintermute,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the
the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same,
to the same
to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of
all the duties of
police captain
police captain
of the Borough of Roselle Park
of the Borough of Roselle Park
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Okay. Okay, got it. Yep. You want to come on up?
So I just wanted to highlight Captain Wintermute's career here with Roselle Park. Captain Keith Wintermute is a Roselle Park High School graduate. He went on to continue his education at Drew University, where he earned a bachelor's degree in economics. In January of 2000, Keith Wintermute was hired by the Roselle Park Police Department and attended the John H. Stamler Police Academy, graduating from Class 82. From 2000 to 2008, he was assigned to the Patrol Division. During that time, in 2003, he was temporarily assigned to the Union County Prosecutor's Office Strike Force. In 2008 to 2012, Patrolman Wintermute was assigned to the Detective Bureau. In 2012, Detective Wintermute was promoted to the rank of sergeant, where he was assigned to the Patrol Division as a first-line supervisor. In 2014, Sergeant Wintermute was assigned to the rec room as a supervisor. In 2020, Sergeant Wintermute was promoted to the rank of lieutenant, where he was assigned to the Internal Affairs Division. Captain Wintermute was also a lead instructor in teaching officers from around the county in fair and impartial policing. He is also a current member of the Roselle Park Police Honor Guard. Captain Wintermute has received numerous awards and commendations, to include 2 Honorable Recognition Awards, 3 Life-Saving Awards, and an Award of Excellence from the Union County Prosecutor's Office. During my time assigned in the Detective Bureau, and then my time as an administrator, I have had the opportunity to work alongside Captain Wintermute, and it was a pleasure, as always. He always gets the job done, never complains, and he does it in his calming fashion. I want to thank you for doing what you do for this department and these officers. Keith, congratulations on your well-deserved promotion, and I look forward to continuing working with you in your new position as captain.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Mayor Signorello, members of council, and our borough administrator. I am truly humbled and honored to be the next captain of the Roselle Park Police Department. Chief Reno, thank you for your faith and confidence in my abilities. I will do my best to exceed your expectations. I would like to congratulate Lieutenant Matthew DeSano and Sergeant John Fitzgerald on their well-deserved promotions tonight. Congratulations, gentlemen. To my wife, Olivia, you've been by my side every step of the way. Tonight is as much about you as it is me. I would not be standing here without you tonight. You're an amazing wife and mother. Thank you, and I love you. To my children, Ryan and Taylor, I couldn't be prouder of the both of you. Keep working hard and chasing your dreams. I love you both. To my mother, thank you for everything you do for our family. And thank you for all of your love and support throughout my career. Family and friends, thank you. There are a million other places you could be tonight, but your presence here is greatly appreciated. And one final thank you to the women and men of the Roselle Park Police Department. From my previous supervisors, to the officers that trained me, to the officers that I've worked with, and the officers that have worked for me. You have all helped me get here tonight, and I can't thank you enough. Thank you all, and God bless you all.
All right, Sano, let's go. Who's holding the Bible? Oh my goodness, it's very heavy.
Everybody's getting a piece.
That's all right. That's good. Okay, repeat after me. Okay, I, Matthew DeSano,
I, Matthew DeSano,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of
perform all the duties of
Police Lieutenant
Police Lieutenant
of the Borough of Roselle Park
of the Borough of Roselle Park
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So I'd like to take this opportunity to highlight Lieutenant Matthew DeSano's career here in Roselle Park. Lieutenant Matthew DeSano is a Roselle Park High School graduate as well. In 2001, Matthew DeSano worked as a dispatcher for the Scotch Plains Police Department. In 2002, Matthew DeSano was hired by the Kane University Police Department, where he attended the John H. Stamler Police Academy, graduating in class 87. In January of 2003, Matthew DeSano was hired by the Roselle Park Police Department, and from 2003 to 2011, he was assigned to the Patrol Division. In 2009, Patrolman DeSano was temporarily assigned to the Union County Prosecutor's Office Violent Crimes Task Force. In 2011 to 2014, he was assigned to the Detective Bureau. In 2014, Detective DeSano was promoted to the rank of sergeant, where he was assigned to the Patrol Division as a first-line supervisor up until now. Lieutenant DeSano is currently the lead firearms instructor and range master for the police department. From 2008 to 2021, DeSano was assigned to the Union County Emergency Response Team and SWAT Team, where he held the titles of entry assaulter, sniper, and alternate team leader. Lieutenant DeSano has received numerous awards and commendations to include 3 honorable mention awards, 1 life-saving award, and the Union County SWAT Chief David Regal Hard Charger Award. Lieutenant DeSano is an asset to our department, and I know he will continue to do an outstanding job for this department. It is a pleasure working with you, and I look forward to working with you in the new position as lieutenant.
So, first and foremost, thank you, Mayor Signorello, council members, friends, family, colleagues, esteemed members of the Roselle Park Police Department, and former teammates. When I first applied for a position in law enforcement, I didn't get the job initially. I can remember in my interview, a captain of that police department telling me that they were going to hire someone else. As I walked out of his office, he looked at me and he said, "Persistence pays off, Matt." Wouldn't you know it, a month later, I was called back and offered the position because the individual that they had hired had backed out. He had gotten another job, and I was the number 2 man. I've never forgotten that day or what he said to me. I think tonight proves that. I've always considered myself to be a student of my profession. My first day at the police academy, we were ordered to stand up and say why we were becoming police officers. Well, there were a few different answers out there, as you can imagine. But most commonly, the answer was to help others. See, we all in one way or another wanted to put others before ourselves. I think in today's society, a lot of people forget that 99% of police officers in this country still do this, day after day, call after call, despite the extreme adversities that they face. They put others before themselves. They run into the fray with no regard for their own safety. Well, it can't be done without support. Throughout my career, I've had a lot of support, both personally and professionally. I want you to know that I would be nowhere in my career or life without the support of the brave men and women lining this room or my family. To my wife and children, I am nothing without you. No one's got bigger shoulders than all of you. I apologize for all the heartaches that I've caused you throughout the years, between all the call-outs, not getting out of work on time, working nights, holidays, weekends, all the missed games, matches, and all the other things that go alongside this profession that you put up with, that you shouldn't have had to. I can't thank you enough for your sacrifice, for your love, and for your patience, and I'm forever in your debt. I am a modest man. I don't consider myself to be any better than anyone else, especially when surrounded by the talent in this room. I've always aspired to be as great, if not better, than the leaders that I've had above me. So to them, thank you for never allowing me to settle. Since serving with the SWAT team, I've tried to live up to a phrase that was common amongst us. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. That being said, I'll continue to exceed the standard in the quest for excellence. So after taking this oath for lieutenant tonight, here's my promise to the professionals I serve alongside. I promise to continue to serve with you faithfully, with dignity and honor. I will lead from the front and always take the hard right over the easy wrong. Thank you very much.
So two things. Since DeSanto's a Roselle Park guy, and since we just promoted him, I can make fun of him a little bit now. So first off, kid's got a career in politics afterwards. I've got one more term left. You can have it after me. Second thing is, I'd like to personally thank Lieutenant DeSanto for making me look less short tonight. I really appreciate that. Winter muted makes me look like a little, you know, whatever. But I appreciate you following up with that. Congratulations, man. Fitzgerald, let's go. Yeah, of course. Congratulations, brother. All right, repeat after me. Okay, I, John Fitzgerald,
I, John Fitzgerald,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of
all the duties of
Police Sergeant
Police Sergeant
of the Borough of Roselle Park
of the Borough of Roselle Park
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So lastly, Sergeant John Fitzgerald is an Old Bridge High School graduate. He went on to continue his education at Kane University, where he earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. In 2009, John Fitzgerald attended the Mercer County Police Academy through the alternate route program, where he graduated class 04-09. In July of 2012, John Fitzgerald was hired by the Roselle Park Police Department, where he was assigned to the Patrol Division. In 2018, Patrolman Fitzgerald was assigned to the Community Policing Unit. In 2020, Patrolman Fitzgerald was assigned to the Detective Bureau and worked in the Juvenile Bureau. In 2022, Detective John Fitzgerald was assigned to the Patrol Division, where he assumed the role as a first-line supervisor as acting sergeant. Sergeant Fitzgerald is also our department firearms instructor and drone pilot. He's also a current member of the Roselle Park Police Honor Guard. Sergeant Fitzgerald has received numerous awards and commendations to include an honorable mention and 3 life-saving awards. In Sergeant Fitzgerald's off time, he is a volunteer firefighter for the Old Bridge Fire Department, where he attained the rank of Deputy Fire Chief from 2020 to 22. Congratulations to you, sir, on your well-deserved promotion, and I know you will continue to do a great job as a first-line supervisor for our patrolmen.
Wow, there's a lot of people in here. Now I'm wishing that I actually wrote the speech because I'm completely drawing a blank. I guess first and foremost, I will start with the congratulations to Lieutenant Pisano, Captain Wintermute. I know, and I'm not going to, let me restart that. I just want to thank you for your tutelage and your help and your support throughout these years. To the rest of my supervisors that I've had in the past, I can't thank you enough for helping, supporting, and teaching me along the ways. I make a promise to hold up your expectations and the standards that you have set. To the officers that I will be working with on the front lines, every day, day in and day out, I make a promise to be the best supervisor I can be, and to be fair, just, and most importantly, keep my sense of humor, because I know we need a sense of humor in this job. To my friends and family, I would not be here if it wasn't for you. To everybody, I thank you. There's just not enough that I could say for thank you. To my parents, for pushing me, for supporting me, and for giving me the life that I have, I can't thank you enough. I love you. Thank you. There's more that I feel like I want to say, but again, drawing a blank. To my girlfriend, Kate, thank you so much for being the support, the motivation, and for helping me achieve this tonight. Really could not have made a lot of the accomplishments that I've had in the past. And one thing that I do want to say is, not only do I uphold those promises that I made to you, I know that if I don't, and if I don't treat you fairly, my mom will come. So I did. And then if that's not good enough, I know my grandmother will give me a swift kick. So thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, may I have a motion to recess subject to the call of the chair?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, guys, we'll take a break for some photos, and you guys could not stick around for the boring part. Thank you, everybody. All right, kids, 2-minute warning on the. Oh, you're a new engineer. Hey, Kevin. How's it going? Nice to meet you. Okay. All right, we'll get this going again. May I have a motion to reconvene?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, cool. So for the proclamations this evening, I do want to make a mention that it is Autism Awareness Month, and we are recognizing that this month. We will be presenting the proclamation next meeting, a little bit of a scheduling hiccup. But we do have, I believe, CASA of Union County here about Child Abuse Prevention Month. If you guys want to come on up. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
It's usually not. Oh, we need to open the door again.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You mind? Okay, cool. Sure. Oh, okay, yeah. Plenty of borough professionals here. So in recognition this month, I just want to have this little proclamation on behalf of the borough.
That one.
So whereas there are over 4.4 million reports made to Child Protective Services every year, whereas child abuse and neglect are serious problems affecting every segment of our community, and finding solutions requires input and action from everyone. Whereas our children are our most valuable resource and will shape the future of the borough of Roselle Park and all society. Whereas child abuse can have long-term psychological, emotional, and physical effects that have lasting consequences for victims of abuse, and whereas protective factors and conditions are conditions that reduce or eliminate risk and promote social, emotional, and developmental well-being of children, whereas effective child abuse prevention activities succeed because of the partnerships created between child welfare professionals, education, health, community, and faith-based organizations, business, law enforcement agencies, and families end, whereas communities must take every effort to promote programs and activities that create strong and thriving children and families. We acknowledge that we must work together as a community to increase awareness about child abuse and contribute to promote the social and emotional well-being of children and families in a safe, stable, and nurturing environment. And whereas prevention remains the best defense for our children and families. I'm almost done. Now, therefore, be proclaimed that I, Joe Signorello III, Mayor of the Borough of Roselle Park in the County of Union in the State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim April 2023 as Child Abuse Prevention Month within the Borough of Roselle Park in an effort to bring greater understanding to the value of our society and committing to strong strides towards abuse prevention.
Hi, my name is Julie Ford. There are two residents of Roselle Park who serve as CASA volunteers. A CASA is a court-appointed special advocate who we are assigned to one foster child or maybe siblings, and we kind of like, we're just an advocate. We go to their schools, we talk to their parents, we make sure they get their doctor's appointments met, and we're just the eyes and ears and for the child. Caseworkers sometimes have 15, 20 cases, but a child will have one CASA. The other CASA volunteer, Mio Lopez, unfortunately could not be here tonight. CASA of Union County would like to thank the mayor and the council for issuing this proclamation. Our priority is bringing attention to our mission as CASA to protect the best interest of our county's children, victims who are living in the child welfare system. This recognition is especially important now as April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month. We are working to further raise awareness about the youth we serve through blue flag displays in as many towns as possible throughout our county. When you see the sea of blue flags, which are now outside of the Veterans Memorial Library, just know that each flag represents 4 youth in the child welfare system in Union County, at no fault of their own. It is critical that these youth, from birth to 21, know that we have their backs. Not just during April, but every day. We're asking towns to step up and host flags for April is our way to remind these youth that we see them, we hear them, and we support them during a time in their lives that should be relatively carefree, but in reality, but not the reality they know, which is trauma, loss, and unknown. Thank you for helping change a child's story.
Snap a quick picture? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay. With that said, thank you once again for being here, guys. We appreciate it. May I have a motion to approve meeting minutes pending corrections?
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion that bills and payrolls be not read and passed for payment?
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to open the public portion on agenda items only?
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
If you'd like to come up and speak on agenda items only, please do so now. We have new functional microphones. I'm seeing no one. May I have a motion to close the public portion on agenda items only?
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, reports of departments. Andrew, you want to start us off?
Sure, Mayor. Thank you. So just a couple of notes. I know there's a lot of things on the agenda. I'm happy to discuss them now if the governing body would like, or obviously as they come up if there's any questions about them. 2 things I wanted to highlight. We recently had the filing deadline for candidates for the primary election. That went well. There's no contested races in Roselle Park, which is always nice for me and hopefully for all of you. And the election, the candidates were certified and the ballot drawing was today from the county clerk. 2 things I do want to highlight as good news. I'm not sure that it was mentioned. We did receive a $300,000 grant from the County of Union CDBG, CDBG CV2, which is improvements to the Casano Center.
Nobody else is going to clap. Just real quick, I just want to thank you. Yeah, so that's important because we normally don't get that massive of infusion, and it's a credit to Andrew and Rupin for getting that. Part of the reason why we got that is because you need to spend it this year if you're going to get it, and we have a strong track record of the county of delivering the projects that we say we're going to do. So fantastic job to you guys for getting that done. It's not nothing, and Rupin's been complaining about getting the front of the Casano Center done for a while, so.
So it'll be the front, and definitely the backyard will be a focal point. Part of it is the county recognizes the amount that we do at the Casano Center, particularly during the pandemic, which these funds are tied to. So expanding our footprint, being able to do more things outdoors is a good thing, in addition to internal improvements as well. The second thing, along the CDBG front, we also received a year 49 preliminary award of $215,000, which is also a great help for us. That $215,000 will go toward the resurfacing of portions of Clay Avenue. It'll mirror almost what was done on Webster Avenue. It's just one block south. And that's all I have specifically to report tonight, Mayor. But again, happy to answer any questions.
Sounds good. Rich, you want to come up?
So for the department heads, so Rich, it's just press the button. Once it's red, it's on.
You got to like hold it.
Okay, it's on. Good evening, everyone. So tonight I wanted to introduce Michael Califano. He's been with us about a year, and he's actually our building inspector. So Michael will start coming to the meetings with me, some for education, to expose him to government and how our system of government works, specifically the borough form of government. And obviously, as a good manager, we always have to set the table for the future, and that's what this is about. So you always can direct questions to Michael, specifically about projects, if you have questions about projects. So feel free to do that if I'm not available. Of course, I'm always available to everyone, but in case I'm not around for some reason, doesn't mean I'm going anywhere. It just means that, you know, if I'm on vacation or have a day off or I'm at the doctor or whatever. Okay? So my report for April 1st is as follows. And we've had a really good year this year so far as revenue. My hope is that that will continue throughout the year.
Hey, Rich, just pull the microphone. They're not tuned exactly right yet, so just pull it closer to you.
Closer?
Yep, we can hear you, but
Okay.
just want to make sure it gets picked up.
All right, so for the month of March, the total number of permits for the month was 204. Total revenue for the department through the end of March is $392,063. By the end of this month, we'll be north of $500,000 in revenue through April. So far, we have, for this month, unfortunately, we did have 8 Uniform Construction Code violations that I had to issue. And now I want to get into some property maintenance enforcement, and we've been really turning up the property maintenance. We're really trying to be proactive with this, and hopefully you can see that throughout town. So for the month of March, we had 17 court dispositions, we had 19 violations, and 6 court summonses that were issued. So far, year-to-date, we've collected $6,053 through the court. As you can see, the projects are moving quite nicely, but I do want to start with the Hunter Project, 140 West Webster Avenue Urban Renewal. That has, permits were issued on that for footing and foundation, and that will be starting very shortly. They're just trying to get their ducks in a row as far as their contractors, but the permits were issued, they were paid for, and that'll be moving pretty quickly as far as commencing the project. 10 West Westfield Avenue is moving along quite nicely. They hit a little bit of a hiccup with some of their paperwork, but it is moving quite nicely. Building A, they are starting the finishes in Building A. As far as the services, that's still being kind of held up with PSE&G and some of the design documents, so, and then PSE&G's engineering department's involved in that as well. As far as 240, 250, that's still on a temporary certificate of occupancy because we don't have a commercial tenant. That is really in their court at this point. And I know we've worked with council on that, so I'm still waiting to hear from them on exactly what tenant they're going to propose for that commercial space.
Do we have a timeline for that?
Not at this point. I can continue the TCO as long as I need to. Of course, they have to pay for it. But at this point, it's still up in the air. Okay, and I have been speaking with Dennis Leoya directly on it. So I know they are trying to market the space. They actually switched realtors. But I haven't gotten a word yet as far as who or what.
Rich, just to jump in quickly, they're also now paying a vacant storefront fine. So they're paying an annualized fine for as long as the storefront remains vacant at this point.
Zoning completeness reviews, I did one for the month. It is for the amended site plan approval for 10 West Westfield. That will be going to Development Review Committee next week. So we'll be holding an extensive DRC on that. They did pay all their escrow fees and application fees, which was really north of $100,000 for those application and escrow fees. Most likely, it'll appear before the board in May. So as far as anything, any questions that you may have, please feel free to ask. Nothing?
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. On March 23rd and March 30th, our seniors enjoyed a live stage performance of the musical Mamma Mia at Union High School and the play at Roselle Park High School, Adam's Family. Thanks to Union High School and our Roselle Park High School music directors for donating the tickets and also reserving seats for our seniors. On Sunday, March 13th, almost 100 residents celebrated St. Patty's Day at the Casano Center. Thanks to Union County Commissioners for the Heart Grant and Sunrise Diner for donating the food. And thanks to Council President Joe Cignarello Jr., Councilman Joe Petrosky, Councilman Greg Johnson, and Councilwoman Roselle Lyons for attending the event. Thanks to Emil Trugala, Pat McNamara, and Eva Boyko for volunteering their time. I'm also happy to report that the activities at the center were well participated during the first quarter of the year, and most of our trips were fully reserved throughout the period. Seniors also took advantage of free transportation to visit their doctors, pharmacists, and the hospitals. Throughout this time, committees, Girl Scouts, and other nonprofit organizations continue hosting their regular meetings at the center as well. Just a quick reminder on our upcoming events. Roselle Park Spring Clean Community is on Saturday, April 15, from 10 a.m. at the Casano Center. April 17 is our first MVC event of the year from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the gazebo. Saturday, April 22nd is our second annual Meet the Borough event from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Casano Center. Invitations to 175 new residents were sent out today. And finally, on Friday, April 28th, we will be celebrating the annual Arbor Day at the middle school at 10 a.m. And that concludes my report, Mayor. Thank you.
Mayor, if I could, I just want to set the table for the governing body. If you haven't met Kevin yet, which most of you haven't, Kevin is our new representative from Colliers Engineering, who's our borough engineer. I know you might have questions about projects going on in your areas. I'm going to meet with all of you individually. I know I promised you all that, so we can go for a coffee in my office or somewhere else. But I would just not expect Kevin to be immediately attuned to everything going on in each ward. I just want to throw that out there first. But Kevin, please.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Mayor and Council, for having me tonight. As you said, I'm Kevin Boyer. I'm with Colliers Engineering. I'm a licensed engineer there. I will be representing Colliers for you guys for the foreseeable future. So I'm pleased to be here. The main project we're working on now is the storm sewer separation project. I'm not sure if you're aware, but the borough along Gallopin Hill Road and down to Route 28 going into the city of Elizabeth, you currently have a storm sewer system which ties directly into their combined system. So that's creating a bit of an issue with the state regulations. That connection's being pushed to be eliminated. So right now we're looking to get all the parties that are invested in this project and have jurisdiction, which would be the DOT, DEP, Army Corps of Engineers, and the county, to get them all on board with the project. And then moving forward, if that's something that is a feasible, scope and activity that they're going to permit, it's something, a project that's going to take, quite a time to design. I would anticipate through the end of 2024 with permitting leading into 2025. So as you can see, the project scope, it's about over about 2,000 linear feet of new storm sewer piping that's going to connect directly into the Elizabeth River. So there's a tremendous amount of hurdles, permitting-wise from the state level that you would need to obtain to get to that point. So from an overall scope and duration, you're looking at a project starting kind of now within the due diligence phase, leading all the way into starting construction by the end of 2025. So if we're kind of right now just piecing everything together, making sure the project's practical, can be achieved. There has been some due diligence by other consultants looking at this project. That's what we're going through now. So if you have any questions, I'll try to answer anything you have. Otherwise, I can follow up with you next week.
Cool. It's a big one.
It is. There's a lot of moving parts to it, so it'll be a challenging one.
Going to be like 5 years of our capital budgets. Okay. Yeah, great. Okay, cool. Any questions? Welcome.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Chief Thompson.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Here's my report for the month. The department, again, is continually actively recruiting new members in Fire Patrol. The Fire Department, through its Fire Prevention Bureau, and with the assistance of the borough, is sponsoring a educational program at the high school, which will be on May 5th. And the program is the After the Fire program. It's a group of 2 survivors from the Seton Hall fire, where they do an educational program for our outgoing seniors on fire safety, dorm safety. So we're very excited to be bringing that program to the town. I met with the Meridia contractor on Monday to go over some site planning, and we're going to continue to have schedule some walkthroughs of that facility. We are anticipating doing a walkthrough of Crossfield products on Valley Road at the end of this month for our department training. I'd like to congratulate Chief McCaffrey on his retirement, and then also like to congratulate Chief Freno on his promotion, Captain Wintermute, Lieutenant Desano, and Sergeant Fitzgerald. And just the department would like to extend our condolences and our thoughts and prayers to the members of the Chicago Fire Department. They suffered 2 line-of-duty deaths in 2 days in the past 2 days, so our thoughts are with them.
Cool. Any questions for Steve? Thank you, Chief.
Have a good night.
You too. Last but not least, Coach Ranieri.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank Mayor and Council for giving me the opportunity to provide a brief update. The goal of the Roselle Park Recreation Department is to meet the recreational needs of our community. As part of our department's effort to meet these needs and expand community services, our department provides a wide range of programs. Membership and recreation. We currently have over 480 recreational members. The winter recreational programs were as follows: fitness, wrestling, basketball, Roselle Park Performing Arts, off-season baseball, middle school, high school, adult volleyball, and fitness. Homework and aftercare. We currently have 164 members daily. We are transporting 85 and escorting 54 students daily. To give you a better idea, we currently have over 1,000 members through the building per week. We're pleased to report that our department will offer the following 2023 additions to the recreational programming: RP spring events, adult basketball, elementary, middle school game and dance night, middle school after-school recreational sport play, and spring girls wrestling. We believe these additions will afford our community members the requested programming. Recreational winter programming update. Wrestling. The season is completed. We're happy to report that teams represented Roselle Park well and had a number of tournament champions and place winners. We recently had the following accomplishments. 2023 New Jersey Kids State Qualifiers: Hunter Appello, Paul Toms, Taroom, Anthony Molinaro, Maxwell Griffin, Jake Appello, and Lucia Ranieri. We had 2023 Kids Wrestling State Place winners: Bantam 95, Hunter Appello, 5th place; Junior 90, Anthony Molinaro, 8th place; the 2023 Kids Wrestling State Champion, Girls 14U, 101 pounds, Lucia Ranieri. Basketball, membership is very good. We have 11 teams practicing, competing in schools throughout the borough and county. We played 76 games, including playoffs and championships. We'd like to recognize and congratulate the following. The 2023 middle school girls basketball were undefeated in Union County play. The 2023 3rd through 5th grade co-ed basketball league champions, Grizzlies. And the 2023 middle school basketball league champions, Knicks. We look forward to recognizing the previously mentioned individuals and teams on Thursday, April 20th at 7 p.m. in Borough Hall. Recreation Department will be offering the following spring programming. Middle school, high school, adult fitness starting 4/17 at 6 a.m. in the ASYC and 5 p.m. in the high school weight room. High school and adult basketball, Monday 4/17 at 7:30. Girls basketball, 3rd through 5th grade and middle school, Wednesday 4/19 at 6:15 in the ASYC. Boys and girls wrestling, Thursday 4/20 at 6 o'clock in the ASYC. Boys basketball, 3rd through 5th in middle school, Friday 4/21 at 6:15 in the ASYC. Pickleball, Wednesday at 10 a.m. in the ASYC. And middle school, high school, and adult volleyball, Wednesday 5/9 at 6:15 in the ASYC. Please register at rosellepark.net at recreation and click Rec Desk. I would also like to congratulate Tina Schwerz, the Veterans Memorial Library, the Recreation Committee, and Councilman Petrowski for putting on an amazing Easter event for the youth of Roselle Park. As always, you can contact the Recreation Department at recreation@rosellepark.net with any questions or concerns. That completes my April Recreation Department update. Be happy to answer any questions.
Coach, I want to congratulate on your daughter winning the states.
Thank you.
And all the other place winners.
Yes.
And I know your nephew was one of them, too. So
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Great job.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Yep.
Coach, just wanted to say thanks for leading. I attended briefly the meeting for Hometown Heroes. You putting that effort together to coordinate. You bring a lot of experience from prior organizations to help lead this good thing for the borough. So we'll
Right.
be talking about that in the near future. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good night, everyone.
Have a good night. Okay. Oh my goodness, so many ordinances. Okay. Reports. Are they done? Oh yeah. Can I have a motion to accept the reports of departments as submitted?
So move.
Second.
On favor?
Aye.
My red prompt wasn't there. I get a pass today. This is retribution. Andrew, please read ordinance number 2716 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2716 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance amending Chapter 23, Section 1, entitled Excavation in Streets.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2716?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Would anybody like to come up and speak on this? May I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2716?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2716?
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Just to recap, we're basically full road paving now for ripping up streets. Is that the story here?
That's basically correct.
Yeah.
It also raises fees for utility companies doing work in town.
Okay. So less half roads, Roselle Park.
Almost no half roads.
Almost no half
unless,
roads.
unless there's an emergency, you really shouldn't see a half road done in Roselle Park ever.
Yay. May I have a motion to adopt? Oh, any further discussion? No? May I have a motion to adopt? Okay, roll call.
Councilman Petrowski.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Rabina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is adopted.
Andrew, please read ordinance number 2717 by title.
All good down there? One of them not working? I need to know.
Low, real low.
Yeah, they're all kind of. I think you got to get close.
Real.
Yeah, we'll
We got to adjust it. Yeah.
Ordinance 2717 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance amending Chapter 19 entitled Property Maintenance and establishing Section 10 to be entitled Public Utility Poles.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2717?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
May I have a motion? Oh, would anybody like to come up and speak on this? Okay. May I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2717?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2717?
So move.
We open to discussion?
No, so you got to second it, bro.
Oh, second.
Is there any discussion?
Oh, all right.
Go ahead. You want to tee up discussion? Okay.
It's too late.
Isn't this yours? No, you can discuss.
It's too late.
It's discuss. Go.
No, I just wanted to thank Andrew and Rich on this. Sorry about the lateness and the last minute changes, but I felt like it was necessary and to keep the utility flows streamlined aesthetically and safety-wise. So thank you for your help.
Not a problem.
Okay. Any further discussion? Any hot takes on this? No? Okay. Andrew, please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Urbina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is adopted.
Andrew, please read ordinance number 2718 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2718 is an ordinance for introduction. It's an ordinance amending various sections of Chapter 7 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Traffic as they relate to parking regulations on Bridge Street.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2719 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing as April 20th, 2023?
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Urbina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is introduced.
Please read ordinance number 2719 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2719 is an ordinance for introduction, ordinance amending the financial agreement with Roselle Park Urban Renewal LLC and authorizing the execution of an assignment and assumption agreement in connection therewith.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2719 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing as May 4th, 2023?
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion? I would like to. I was just about to ask when we should invite you on up. So come on up, friend. And your friend. I felt bad that she was just leaving you there. Hi, friend. Hi, friend, and hi, friend. Yes.
Just,
You gotta, like, hold down.
Yeah,
It's
once
like-
you touch it.
The red light's on, so
Yeah.
it's on?
You gotta get kind of close, though.
I get real
Okay.
close.
Oh, my goodness. I'll just bring it to me. All right, good evening. Fran McManaman, Scotland and Bauman, Redevelopment Council for the Borough. I haven't met everybody, so it's good to see you here this evening. This is my associate.
Hi, I'm Mickey Parada from McManaman, Scotland and Bauman. Nice to meet everyone.
All right, so this ordinance relates to a financial agreement that the borough executed back in 2009 in connection with the project that's being developed down on the Romarovsky property. That project is being developed in 2 phases, and the redeveloper is financing each phase separately, and the lenders for the redeveloper are requiring that a separate corporate entity be formed and established for each phase. And in connection with that, that the rights under the financial agreement be assigned to the separate corporate entity for the second phase. So currently, the redeveloper is Roselle Park Urban Renewal, and that's the redeveloper for Phase 1. Phase 2, they've established a second urban renewal entity called Roselle Park Urban Renewal 2, and that is the same principles as the first urban renewal entity, and now the second urban renewal entity will be responsible for the development of Phase 2. So all the rights, obligations, and duties under the financial agreement will now be assigned to the second urban renewal entity for Phase 2. That's what the redeveloper is requesting the consent of the borough. The financial agreement actually requires the borough consent to any assignment of the interest in the financial agreement, and that's why there is an authorization for the execution of an assignment of the financial agreement. None of the terms of the financial agreement are changing at all.
Okay. So this is more just logistical.
Procedural.
For finance purposes.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Any questions? Excellent. May I have a motion to approve? Okay, Andrew, call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Robina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is introduced. Thanks, Fran.
We'll see you in May.
Nice to meet you.
Happy Easter.
Yeah. Fran, you always come in team colors. It matches the gear and the layout. Yeah, it's good. I get it. No, it's good. That's good. It's a uniform. Have a good night, guys. See you later. Bye. Okay. Did I ask you to read ordinance 2720? Please read ordinance number 2720.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2720 is an ordinance for introduction, an ordinance amending Chapter 27, Section 6, Subsection 3 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Imposition of Charges.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2720 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing as April 20th, 2023?
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Andrew, what charges are we imposing on this?
So this is, I believe this is the sewer utility rate. So we are increasing it for the first time in a very long time. I'm blanking on the number, but it's well over a decade. Part of the reason we're doing that, we've had a very lucrative and sustainable sewer rate for a long time, partially because we had a pretty stable base of users. The destabilization of that base of users is because of the vacation of Merck from their premises in Kenilworth. So just so everybody understands, Kenilworth uses a portion of the borough's sewer utility lines, and they pay us at a upcharge of about 150% above what their rate would be. That's the agreement we struck with Sharing Plow back years ago. But because Merck is vacating the property, they're going to have a very small footprint. That consumption has obviously gone down, which means the revenue to our utility goes down. But the cost to the utility authorities continues to stabilize and go up where they have to. So unfortunately, this is the adjustment we're making from $1 per unit to $4 per unit. I did a rough calculation because the cubic feet or the cubic, I'm not going to flip through the papers. Everybody understands gallons. That rate is about $4 per 700 gallons of water. So it's not going to be you take a shower and you're going to realize this. A shower, I looked it up to preempt questions, about 11 gallons of water. So it's many showers, just to give everybody a frame of reference for what we're talking about here. Happy to answer any other questions, but that's the long and the short of it.
Sure. Andrew, now that Merck has exited Kenilworth, the property was sold, from what I understand, or to another health?
It was sold, yes. It was sold to an entity that I understand specializes in pharmaceutical subsidiaries.
We don't anticipate them using about the same amount?
You know, it's going to be very variable. We don't know. Right now, they haven't done really anything. It's just the rate of usage continues to decrease. So we can't. They could sit on the land for a long time. They could do something. We don't know what yet, though.
The other thing is also just, I've seen this in the private world. It's actually been, I've had to learn this the hard way. So because of remote work across the board in these commercial spaces, the use of this has been down. And actually, it's interesting. So my building personally, because of the lack of use, these systems are meant to be used and not sat on. So there's a lot of these places that have had deterioration of the problems. So I'm not saying exactly what they're facing, but some of it is also remote work. Yes, we had sewage issues in my private world. So that's what you guys are laughing at. Yeah, came up from the ground floor. It was really unpleasant.
One of the other things I just want to point out for the governing body is, and I know we've talked about this a little bit through the the budgeting process this year. We did take a hit to our sewer utility surplus last year because we didn't meet the regeneration level of our surplus, and that is due to the lack of usage by Merck. It's directly attributable to that, and the reason why we want to maintain a surplus is because that offsets the cost to the ratepayer. So if you don't maintain a surplus, it's a vicious cycle that just keeps repeating, and the ratepayer pays the full brunt of the burden to the utility authorities. So we'd like to keep it at some level rate, and an increase. I understand it looks like a 33% increase. That's a large number, but you're dealing with small numbers, so any increase is a large number. But again, that's happy to answer any more questions. But that's again, the extent of it.
Call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Robina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is introduced.
2721, please.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2721 is an ordinance for introduction, an ordinance amending Chapter 7, Section 17, Subsection 1 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park, entitled Preferential Parking Zone Established.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2721 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing as April 20th, 2023?
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Robina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is introduced.
Please read ordinance number 2722 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2722 is an ordinance for introduction, an ordinance amending various sections of Chapter 7 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Traffic as they relate to parking regulations on Union Road and Dalton Street.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2722 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing as April 20th, 2023?
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Robina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is introduced.
Please read ordinance number 2723 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2723 is an ordinance for introduction, an ordinance appropriating $400,000 received from the Coronavirus State and Local Fiscal Recovery Funds Program to provide for various capital improvements in the Borough of Roselle Park.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2723 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing as April 20th, 2023?
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion? What are we, is this for the stormwater work?
So this underscores the work that Kevin mentioned, Kevin Boyer from Colliers. This is going to directly support the initial phases of work, the due diligence period, and the preliminary design of the separation project with the City of Elizabeth.
Cool.
This will be, I just want to underscore, though, even further for the governing body.
It's gonna be a lot more
It will
expensive
be
than this.
much more money than this.
Yeah.
And the borough is going to seek opportunities through the infrastructure bank. It will be a multi-million dollar project in the end, if it does happen.
Thank you for the reminder.
Just, it's a big number, right? But it will be a bigger number.
Yeah. Any further discussion? Call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Robina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is introduced.
All matters listed with an asterisk are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the council and be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the governing body so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of the general orders. Go ahead, Andrew.
Resolution 103-23 is approving release and settlement of payment, approving release and settlement payment to Community United Methodist Church of Roselle Park. Resolution 104-23 is authorizing a $35,300 increase to the professional service contract with Community Grants Planning and Housing LLC for Affordable Housing Program Administration for the year 2023, reflecting a revised contract amount not to exceed $50,300. Resolution 105-23 is authorizing a program agreement between the Borough of Roselle Park and James LaForge in connection with Roselle Park Housing Rehabilitation Program case number RP-50 for the improvement of the property located at 151 West Roselle Avenue, known as Block 402, Lot 19 of the municipal tax map. Resolution 106-23 is appointing Joseph J. Edigito as part-time covering electrical subcode inspector. Resolution 107-23 is approving the time due calculation in terms of final payment for Daniel J. McCaffrey. Resolution 108-23 is awarding a goods and services contract to Axon Enterprise, Inc. for police fleet cameras and maintenance pursuant to New Jersey State Contract Number 17-Fleet 00738 in an amount not to exceed $3,492 for the 2023 gap coverage and the added costs associated with 5-year maintenance subject to annual available funding certifications. Resolution 109-23 is accepting the retirement of Michael Wilgus. Resolution 110-23 is awarding a professional services contract to Neglia Engineering Associates for professional engineering, survey, design, and construction management services for the project CDBG-CV2- improvements to the Cassano Community Center in an amount not to exceed $50,000. Resolution 111-23 is awarding professional services contract to Neglia Engineering Associates for professional engineering services for the project Storm Sewer Assessment Asset Evaluation in an amount not to exceed $299,150. Resolution 112, 13, and 14 have been voted on. Resolution 115, 23 is authorizing the tax collector to issue a veteran's property tax deduction credit in an amount of $250 on one property. Resolution 116, 23 is accepting the resignation of Elsa Elesticow from the Green Team. Resolution 117, 23 is accepting the resignation of Emily Gagnon from the Green Team and as the Borough of Roselle Park's agent for the Sustainable Jersey Municipal Certification Program. And Resolution 11823 is determining the form and other details of the Borough of Roselle Park's note relating to the Water Bank Construction Financing Program of the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank to be issued in the principal amount of up to $510,000, $1,660,000, and $335,000 respectively, and providing for the issuance and sale of such notes to the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank, and authorizing the execution and delivery of such notes by the Borough of Roselle Park in favor of the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank, all pursuant to the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank Construction Financing Program.
Do any members wish to have any items removed from the consent agenda?
Yes, I'd like to have 109.
109? Any else? Okay. May I have a motion to approve the resolutions remaining on the consent agenda? May I have a motion?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt Resolution 109-23? Is
So move.
Second.
there any discussion?
I'd just like to thank Lieutenant Wilgus for many years of service to the borough. He too is a Roselle Park graduate and grew up in Roselle Park, so I just want to thank him and hope happy retirement.
Any further discussion? Oh, yeah.
That's all.
Go ahead. Yep.
Okay, I had the honor of coaching Mike in basketball. I know him since he was a young kid growing up in Roselle Park. And I just want to wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors. And, again, he always had Roselle Park at heart, and I know he still does. So I wish him the best of luck. That's it, Mayor.
Thank you. Anything else? Okay. Call the roll, Andrew.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorella.
Yes.
Councilman Robina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel.
Yes.
6 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The resolution is adopted.
Okay. Reports of borough councils, committees. We'll start off with Greg.
Oh, nice. Good evening, Mayor, Council, and residents. First, I would like to go over the past respective meetings that I attended and supported within the past few weeks. On March 22nd, 2023, I attended Councilman Jay Romina's wonderful and well put together affair, which was in partnership with the Greater Union of Township of New Jersey Chamber of Commerce networking and training event that was hosted by House 157 Restaurant and Bar. What can I say, Jay? You outdone yourself. I remember the last time, last year, this time, when you and I were having discussions regarding this particular endeavor, and it just made sense to allow you to lead it because you had more insight and more touch, so that's where we left. And you did a wonderful job. I really enjoyed that event, and it was meaningful, and there was a lot of information that I even learned too myself, so thank you for that. The second event that I would like to mention that I attended was the mental health venue at the Roselle Park Veteran Memorial Library, which was held by the Union County Office of Health Management. The youth there received great educational opportunities to express while learning to identify different things that can cause stress in our lives, as well as techniques on ways to overcome and cope with these concerns. Moving along, as this year's 2023 Governing Body's Board of Education Liaison to Council, it was truly my pleasure helping to be a part of the process by facilitating and attending Sherman Elementary School's Pedestrian Safety Assembly, partnered with Principal Tara Lechner and Easy Ride Deputy Director Lisa Lee. On that day, the assembly at Sherman helped promote and make children aware of ways that they too can be safe while walking and biking to and from school within our community. The children had opportunities to practice these tips that were provided by Easy Ride personnel. There will be also an art contest, if it didn't occur already, for children to participate in that will further enforce those life skills which were taught during the assembly, with possible chances for some kids to win good bike and pedestrian prizes. My goal has always been to improve pedestrian and motorist safety within our community. Roselle Park itself is now ranked gold on the municipal side. And my goal this year is to get as many of our schools to not only embrace the Safe Routes to School program, but also to take advantage of their education and grant opportunities. So thank you to all who have made this event a fruitful one. At this juncture, I would like to share with the residents a couple of noteworthy community concerns as well as notable mentions at this time. Earlier this week, I received an email complaint regarding egregious speeding on Bender Ave near the 100 blocks in East Westfield Ave. Residents and guests are reminded to please obey our local traffic laws that are in place to keep our community safe. When I received this email, I immediately reached out to the police chief, the new police chief, and our business administrator so that we can come up with ways to mitigate this concern. Therefore, Roselle Park Police Department instantly deployed a speed trailer to alert motorists of their respective speed the respective speed that they are traveling, and actually a posted sign to remind them that it's 25 miles an hour, not 35 miles an hour. But it also brings me great pleasure to see that the police department is utilizing a piece of equipment that I advocated for last year when I was the police liaison. So I was very pleased with the police chief. I just wanted to give him a special kudos and special thanks to Chief Dominic Farino for his speedy response in helping to address this concern. Also, we're also going to do a traffic study, which will be done on Bender in the near future. Please remember, your voice matters, and as First Ward Council member, I will always keep the concerns of the residents within the borough of Roselle Park first. If you need to get in contact with me, please contact me at gjohnson@rosellepark.net, or you could 908-303-1519. And Mayor, that concludes my report.
Good job, Greg. Councilman Petrosky?
Okay, thank you, Mayor.
I don't know what I witnessed.
First of all, I want to send condolences out to Diana Meeker. Lyman Thompson was a graduate in 1969, a former borough employee. He also was worked for the school system also. But I know Lyman since I was a very little kid growing up at Sherman. And his father was a former councilman. Richard Michek, Damico Magnanelli, Loretta Molina, George Tapar, which was a class of 72, Catherine Gargano Walsh, which was a class of 62, and Ann Munger, which was a class of 69. I send my condolences out to the family in it. March 18th, I attended the Casano Center, corned beef and cabbage, for St. Patrick's Day. Great turnout. I want to thank my First Ward councilman, also Councilman at Large, Rosanna, for showing up. It was, seniors seemed to have a good time. And surprisingly enough, there was a lot of food left over, which we donated to the American Legion. So
they were happy about that.
Okay. On the 20th, I attended Meridian. They had desserts there, which was very good. That came from Sunrise Diner. So, and from what Megan told me, it was a great turnout. A lot of people did come. After that, I attended the Historical Society, and they're trying to raise money. It's the GoFundMe. The museum number is 908-245-1776, or you could send a check to 9 West Grand Avenue. What this is about is they have a lot of storage. They need storage, and so they're going to be renting a storage facility in Kenworth. So this will help pay for it. As of today, they raised over $1,000 so far, but every bit helps. So if you need to get a hold, the museum's number is 908-245-1776, and you can send a check at 9 West Grand Avenue. The historian Gary Augustine will be there Saturday from 10 to 4. So let's help them out. 23rd, I attended the swearing in of Don McFrino, our new police chief. On 25th, I attended the Roselle Park Youth Baseball Softball Parade. I want to thank Junior for picking me up. Okay, it was a little rain and everything, but I appreciate him picking up. The mayor, I seen him walk in, and Rosanna, like that. So I remember when the mayor was a little kid marching too, like that. So, and
still.
You were there, yeah. It did bring back memories because I had the honor of coaching your brother, Mark.
Better ball player than I am, I'm sure.
He was good. He was actually good. You were my coach, Junior, and your father, and what an honor it was to be, have him as my coach, and he really got into it, so I appreciate that. On the 27th, we had an emergency meeting of the joint sewer, confidential. I still can't talk about it. On the 30th, I had another joint sewer emergency meeting. Again, it's still closed session, so I'm not allowed to talk about it. April 1st was the Easter candy at the library. Tina, again, great job. Very well turned out. Like I said, it was great, I thought. On the 3rd, I was supposed to go to a fire department meeting, but I received a phone call saying they didn't need me. There was nothing to discuss. So, but then I attended the Hometown Hero meeting, and I'm going to leave that to future thing. But what they want to do is honor the veterans in Roselle Park, and they're going to put banners up, most likely on Chestnut Street and Westfield Avenue. So I think there's almost 50 already. Like that. They're trying to get the banners up before Memorial Day so we could see them you could see it on Memorial Day at the parade. So I want to wish everyone a happy Easter that celebrates, happy Passover for those who celebrate. If you need to get a hold of me, Jay Petrosky at rosellepark.net, 908-666-7821. That's my report, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Council. Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you.
Councilwoman.
I'm always surprised. Okay. Good evening, Mayor and Council, residents of Roselle Park. We have so much going on. I just want to congratulate, obviously, Captain Wintermute, Lieutenant DeSano, and Sergeant Fitzgerald. That was such an emotional ceremony. I see these men that are powerful and strong and protective, and the women that are here as well, that serve our community, but they have heart. And seeing families out, I think it just reminds us that we are a small hometown and we are connected in every way. I went to school with Captain Wintermute. He was a few years younger than me. And then I was actually in, the DeSano's home when Mr. DeSano was teaching CCD when I was like 14 years old. So I was like, okay, this is a full circle moment. But it's great to see that. I just want to wish happy Holy Week and month for all who celebrate. This is going to be a busy month. So the past couple weeks have been really busy in Roselle Park. So I just want to really commend really all the leadership in Roselle Park, everyone that has a hand that really tries to connect the community. Every single one of you here, I see you guys out, and that to me is encouraging because we really do a lot, and a lot of people don't see it. But then I also want to commend really even the community center with Rupin, John Ranieri with the rec center, the library staff. Everyone in the staff is just amazing to me. So I just want to say thank you for doing everything that you do. This past month, the St. Patty's Day celebration, all I could say is that they can dance. The seniors can dance. They were giving me a run for my money. So I got to say that was an amazing time. I had so much fun. The Meridia dessert night, that was awesome. I want to quote a little girl. Her name is Daria. She's there all the time. She is this bright little joy. And she came up to me at the end of the night and she said, Roselle Park has a bright future. And she said, we have to take care of it. She's 9. I said, oh my God. She's so special every time I see her. So every time I go, I always make sure that we connect. Then on March 22nd, the Business and Chamber of Commerce, that Jay, I just want to say thank you so much for doing that for the businesses of Roselle Park. I really saw something that business owners, not just from Roselle Park, but even Union, and being able to talk and hear what they do and to connect. And then I even got to know more businesses that I didn't even know that were in Roselle Park. So, and being able to connect with them even as their councilwoman of the 3rd Ward, I really thank you for that. It was just a great night. And House 157 for hosting it, thank you for them to do that. Yes, the Roselle Park Youth Baseball League, very dedicated individuals, okay? There was sleet. There was more than rain that day. But it was so much fun and seeing the kids. And there was also a girls team. I have to say, I was shouting out with them. They were representing. So I thought that was awesome. So yes, congratulations to Daniel McCaffrey and Chief Farina, sorry, and everyone. We went to the I also want to mention, so on last Friday, March 31st, to wrap up Women's Month, I want to say
that moment?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I'm calling. It's true. You really are someone that when I call you and for things like that, you're very supportive. So I have to point that out. But I thank each woman, and really, I want to quote we started out with a quote, and this is what it was. Ready? Women are like tea bags. We don't know how our true strength until we are hot in water. And in hot water. I messed that up. Anyway, it was funny that night. It's not funny right now. I screwed up. I was telling jokes that night.
No, it's still hilarious.
When you tell a joke, don't read off a paper. All right. So before I go on, I know I'm sharing a lot, but there's so much that happened that night, and I will literally say we let our hair down, and we hung out, and we got to know each other. And I did this thing that I did not do name tags, but I wrote out these words, and the words were love, joy, peace, kindness, goodness. So all you saw were these words on people's shoulders, and yes, somebody turned goodness into goddess, Marianne. But yes, and we are going to call her goddess from now on. I call you out, and you deserve it, Marianne. But I'm saying that to say, everyone saw each other by what they chose. And peace was hanging out with love and so on. And it was a really sweet moment. And we had fun and laughs and all that stuff. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. But I also wanted to share that the women of Roselle Park, I want to make that announcement. I am looking to do so many other events. I have some things that I'm lining up, and obviously I'll talk to you guys about it. And I really want to be able to have a network of moms, of business owners. We had artists there. We had survivors, we had overcomers, we had so many people that shared their hearts, and it was an awesome night. So I encourage everyone that's listening to this, even just tuning in, please make sure you come out, everyone, when we do have a Women's Day, Women's Night. I know my time is running out.
All good.
Okay, a few more things. Yes, the rec center did an awesome job, Tina, with the candy and the bunny and the spring event at the library. You guys were awesome. All right, April events, spring cleanup on April 15th, meeting at the Casano Community Center at 10 a.m. For information, call the center 908-245-0666. April 17th, the Motor Vehicle Commission is coming to town. It is booked, but on April 18th, it opens up again. So go on to the Facebook page if you're interested in that, and the registration will be open that day. April 22nd, this is very important, Meet the Borough, the annual event welcoming new residents into Roselle Park. So I don't know if you guys remember, I said that we were going to actually give out welcome packets. So that's really kicking off the event for the year. And we're also asking all businesses, if you're interested in displaying anything at the table for the new residents, please contact Rupin. You can email him at rshah, shah@rosellepark.net. And then April 28th, I told you it was going to be busy in April. Arbor Day, 10 a.m. middle school, annual tree planting with the distribution of seedlings. Be there. It's going to be a beautiful day.
What are we doing this year? We didn't decide. Okay.
Middle school, yes, at the middle school. And then one thing, Memorial Day is going to be coming as very fast. So that's May 29th, 10 a.m. And Rupin wanted me to let everyone know, if you want to participate, please just reach out to him, again, at the community center. That's my report. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Councilman Patel.
Good evening. On March 20th, I attended the dessert party event at 240 Meridia Apartments. The desserts were from Sunrise Diner. It was a fun event and to get to network with the residents of the Meridia. On March 30th, I attended the Pasta Night at the Roselle Park High School. It was a great event. I got to meet some of my teachers and some of the students. As the council chair of Roselle Park Commerce, on March 22, I attended the networking event by the Greater Union Township Chamber of Commerce at House 157. It was a great event for businesses to learn how to network with others, and thank you, Councilman Robena, for setting this up. As liaison to Environmental Commission, the 2023 community garden season is approaching quickly. The garden rental application process can be found on Environmental Commission Facebook or email environmentalcommission@rosellepark.net. The deadline to sign up is April 21st. To highlight some of the events that's going to be happening in April 15 will be the spring borough-wide cleanup from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Casano Community Center. On April 22, the Meet the Residents event will be hosted at Casano Community Center between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Businesses are welcome to attend the event for free to promote their business to the new resident. To participate in the event, please contact the Community Center Director, Rupin Shah, via email at rshah@rosellepark.net by next Thursday, April 13, 2023. On April 28th, the Borough of Roselle Park will be celebrating Arbor Day 2023 with its annual Arbor Day ceremony beginning at 10 a.m. at Roselle Park Middle School. April 28th, Roselle Park High School Marching Band and Color Guard will be hosting a trick-or-treat. For questions or tickets, please email rphsbandsparents@aol.com. If you need to get in contact with me, you can email me at kpatel@rosapark.net or call me at 908-726-8774. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Urbina.
Good evening, Mayor, colleagues, and good evening, Roselle Park. First off, I'd like to say, wish I would have joined everyone for the St. Patty's Day celebration. However, we were setting up for our baby shower. It happened the same day at Los Altos, so I'd like to thank everybody here on the dais that came. Councilman Large Signorello, Councilman Johnson, Mayor Signorello, Ro, thanks, Councilman Lyons, thank you so much for coming. It meant a lot to me and my wife. But on March 20th, I did attend the Meridia social event, and yes, there was a lot of dessert, and I was happy to celebrate with many of my colleagues there and meet the folks there at the Meridia complex. On the 21st, I attended the county's Office of Health Management seminar at Cassano Center. They gave a very informative presentation to our seniors on colon cancer awareness and the importance of screening and testing. On March 22nd, it was the Chamber Networking and Training event there at House 157. I'm glad to have so much interest and support from my colleagues here on the dais. I'd like to say thank you to Councilman Johnson, who, when he was Commerce Liaison, initiated the online business directory, and during the pandemic, and before I even joined council, sat on Zoom meetings with me and many of the local chambers to find the right fit that best benefits our business community. So thank you for that. Councilwoman Lyons, thank you for spreading the word to our downtown businesses, and Councilman Patel, thank you for sharing my chamber efforts on social media. I'm glad you were able to join us at the event, and I look forward to hearing more about your efforts and assisting you with your initiatives to grow and support our business community. On March 23rd, I joined many of my colleagues here for the swearing-in of Chief Reno. Congratulations, Chief. Look forward to working with you. May God protect you and keep all of our men and women in uniform safe. And thank you to former Chief McCaffrey. It was an absolute pleasure working with you. You were a true gentleman and the definition of honor and integrity. Congrats goes out as well to Captain Wintermute, Lieutenant DeSano, and Sergeant Fitzgerald. On the 24th, I attended a green infrastructure class on school projects. And on that note, I'd like to thank and congratulate the principals of all 5 of our schools for applying for the Union County Kids Dig In grant. Happy to assist in informing and sharing the application with their school district, and delighted they all participated in this initiative. Roselle Park and another municipality were 2 of the 21 municipalities here in the county that had yet to participate in this program. As a result of teamwork, all of our schools will be receiving a mix of raised gardens and raised garden beds and pollinator gardens. So thank you to the Union County Commissioner Board and the Union County Open Space, Recreation, and Historic Preservation Trust Fund for making this opportunity possible.
Jay, I just want to thank you for continuing to beat in the drum on this. We're one of the few towns that haven't participated in the past on it. So thanks for keeping that in our hemisphere and making sure we get on it. So
Thank you, Mayor.
Yeah.
Great job, Jay.
Very welcome.
On the 28th, I I viewed the Tri-State Railway Historical Society. They gave a presentation on the Railway Valley Railroad. It was pretty interesting. It's on my social media page if anyone is interested in checking it out. On the 29th, I joined the governing body here for a special budget meeting. On April 1st, Roselle Park High School Theater, we saw the Addams Family play. My family and friends attended a great show, so I'd like to say great job to Doug Panetta. A lot of proud parents I saw there, and happy to see some Fifth Ward residents that were in leading roles. So kudos to all who participated on stage and off to make this happen. As my colleagues mentioned, April 15th is a spring cleanup. Director Shaw reports that over 14 groups and over 150 people will be volunteering for the event. So I'd like to thank all in advance for their support, and please help keep our community clean. Please put trash where it belongs. On April 17th, we were supposed to have the Municipal Land Use Board meeting, but it was canceled. Saturday, April 22nd, what was I going to say? The 17th was a Municipal Land Use Board meeting, but it is canceled. We'll have another one in May, we're projecting. Saturday, April 22nd is National Trails Day, so please, as the weather improves, take a leisurely walk with the family, bike ride, unplug and disconnect by visiting your local park, or strolling down Roselle Park's Greenway between Locust and Galloping, or stop by nearby parks, trails, and greenways. Before that, regardless if you're new to our community or an existing resident or business, all are welcome to the Cassano Center for the Meet the Borough event at the center from 11 to 1. On April 28th, we'll be planting a tree at the middle school for Arbor Day. Also, with a community garden on Valley Road being in the 5th Ward, just helping to spread the word, anyone interested in applying to rent one of the 29 available garden plots measuring approximately 32 square feet, sign up soon because the deadline is Friday, April 21st. If you live at Woodside Gardens, Colfax Manor, Webster Gardens, Grande Apartments on Sumner, this is a great opportunity to get your hands in the earth and grow, cultivate, and harvest your own food. So please email environmentalcommission@rosellepark.net or text at rpgarden to 81010 to volunteer. Recently met with DPW Superintendent Baiamonte. We are installing reflective striping strips for 7 stop signs in the 5th Ward to help increase visibility so people aren't running through stop signs. Fresh mulch will be put down at the sensory-friendly park on Faytut in the next few weeks, and raised gardens will be built. They were donated by Vigo Garden out of Texas. Benches are on order for the park, and those were donated by Phillips 66 Bayway Refinery. There at Faytut, you may have noticed new concrete pads and bus shelters. Those were requested from NJ Transit to replace the broken bench on the corner and to make our residents a little more comfortable and protected from the elements while waiting for mass transit. April is Autism Acceptance Month, Parkinson's awareness, alcohol, stress awareness, testicular cancer, child abuse prevention, and sexual assault awareness month. So please be kind, please be supportive, be patient. Men, get checked or self-check. Enjoy that drink, but be cautious. And if you see something, say something. Check in with family and friends, especially if they're going through challenging times. Listen, be aware of warning signs, ask questions, be observant for changes in mood and behavior, and check in without judgment. May 20th will be our first ever tour to Roselle Park, departing Maury Park at 12:30 p.m. It's a leisurely bike ride of about 2 miles for ages 10 and up. It'll be followed by the Street Savvy Cycling Clinic beginning at 1:30. AAA Northeast is confirmed to be there with info and giveaways. I'd like to say everyone have a blessed Ramadan, Passover, and Happy Easter to all who celebrate. 5th Ward, I'm here for you at 862-236-0019. Jay Rabine at rosellepark.net. Mayor, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilman. Take us home, Councilman at Large.
I'm up. Oh,
Save the best for last.
yeah. So Webster Ave looks great. Mr. Casillas, yeah, Andrew.
Paved on Wednesday?
Yes.
Was it striped today? I didn't get out
Yeah,
there.
they were striping today. There was some striping. Good. So it looks great. I'd like to pay condolences to Lyman Thompson. If people don't know, he was on auxiliary, police department, auxiliary, fire department, and he was involved with the fire department. He used to come out to fires, whatever he could do. Lyman will be missed. I attended the play Friday night at the high school, and wow, every play I've been to is just phenomenal. So I used to always, Mr. Finizio was a former superintendent of the schools, and he used to talk about the 3 A's, academics, arts, and athletics. So I know Councilman Petrowski we're going to honor the wrestling team in the 20th. So I've mentioned to the, I'd like to bring in the play, the folks, the kids and attendees in May to acknowledge them. We do a lot of sports acknowledgments, so I'd like to bring them in May and acknowledge Doug Panetta's crew in May. I too attended the Chamber of Commerce. I know everybody talked about it. Just want to let everybody know the food was good there that night. So you guys kind of left that out a little bit. So I was taking the shrimp and dip it into the sauce that they had for the chicken. It was good. The food was good. But again, it was well attended. I'm a believer about never trying to reinvent the wheel. But having the Union Township folks there with some of the Borough of Roselle Park residents or business owners was a great, lessons learned. So I think, again, kudos to the who brought this to Borough of Roselle Park, and I think it only could help Roselle Park. And that's all I have to say. And you need me, I'm at jsignorella at rosellepark.net. And everybody have a good Passover and Easter this weekend. That's the end of my report.
Thank you, Councilman. Why is the mayor's report always the shortest?
Because you talked during the whole meeting.
That's fair. All right, touche. You win. Greg wins that one. Damn. All right. Greg wins that one. Oh, I'm not even mad. Okay.
I still love you.
Okay. So I have 3 things I want to talk about. One is Tricky Tray. April 15th is for the Aldine Elementary School. I'm going to be dancing and singing that night. What's that? Dancing and singing. Well, does that not include dancing and singing? Doors open at 4 p.m., $25 per person. That includes 1 sheet of Tier 1 Tricky Tray, tickets, door prize ticket, coffee and dessert. It is at the VFW Post 2230 in Kenilworth, New Jersey. You can reach out to Cindy or Constance to reserve a seat. aldinepto@gmail.com. Did I get that right? Nice. I'd like Roselle Park to adopt our train station. So we have a new train station coming up, hopefully soon. We're at 90% completion. 90% completion for design for it, but it's looking a little worse for the wear. Obviously, our DPW can help out. I think we tried to adopt it a while ago, and something happened. But if anybody knows any volunteers that would like to start doing that, I think it'd be a cool thing to do. The thing I want to put on, everybody's radar is just a reminder to be patient with the borough and be patient with our little square mile town as we are. I just realized, I'm proud there's a lot of construction going on, but it makes for a little chaos sometimes. Obviously, it's a lot of needed investments in the roads and in redevelopment. It's going to get trickier this year, especially with some of the utility work that's going on my side of town, the Elizabeth side of town, and then obviously the center of town is going to be a focal point this year with the re-sidewalking, which is going to look beautiful, but obviously be painful for folks for a little bit. So I just understand that we're going to try and do this around people's schedules and, when it is most convenient, but obviously redevelopment and infrastructure is a painful but necessary process that we have to go through in a couple locations. So it's good stuff, but it's going to be a little bit annoying for the foreseeable future. So any questions, mayorsig@rosellepark.net. And that concludes my report. I will then go to the next part of the meeting, which is, I'm stalling for time, the public portion. May I have a motion to open the public portion on any subject?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You talk the whole meeting. I don't talk the whole. I run the meeting.
Same thing.
Anybody want to talk? Rich, you want to come up again? I can't believe you just stuck out this whole meeting. Good for you guys. I can't believe you guys stuck out this whole meeting. Good for you guys. Well done. It's the longest one in a while. I feel it. Okay. I'm seeing no one. May I have a motion to close the public portion on any subject?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There are no items for closed session. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's what I get to say during the meeting, bro. Happy Easter. Happy Passover to those who celebrate.
Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
You're home before sunrise, on top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now.